morning to all of you. In this class, I am going to start with another important topic of chapter sexual reproduction in flowering plants. So, students, we are going to discuss or going to revise our syllabus of term first. So, we are going to discuss about the importance of the topic and the questions which are generally asked from the chapter sexual reproduction in flowering plants. So let us discuss about the what are the main organ which perform the sexual reproduction in flowering plants. So first we discuss about the male reproductive organ, or first we discuss about the flower. Then in the flower, how the male reproductive organ present, or where the female reproductive organ is present, and what are the terms used for the male and female reproductive organ simply. So here is flower, we show the different part of flower. First, the accessory part, which is also known as calyx, or also said to be simpler sepals, corolla, style, stigma, ovary. Now together style, stigma, ovary constitute the female reproductive part, gynoecium. Now here is anther, filament, or these two together known as androecium. So overall these are the part of flower which reproduce male and female reproductive organ, which undergoes in development of male and female reproductive organ. In the gynoecium, the female reproductive organ is present, or gynoecium represents the female reproductive organ, whereas the androecium represents the male reproductive organ. Now let us how these participate. So how these organs participate in the development of male and female reproductive organ. Now the stigma, generally the pollen, they receive pollen or functional receptacles. Style, for the transfer of male gamete in the ovary or in the embryo sac. Now corolla and calyx together. Calyx help or sepal help in the protection of young flower or bud, or corolla help in the they attract the insect for pollination. Also they protect the young gynoecium and androecium. So here is the overall about the male and female part. Now let us discuss about the male reproductive organ. So because the main question which are arise from the male reproductive organ, pollen grain or microsporangium, or the different characteristic of the male. Now here is stamen, microsporangium, and pollen grain, pollen grains. So first we discuss about the stamen. So this is anther. Anther is important, and here is filament. So anther is always dithecous anther. Dithecous bilobed anther. Because there is two chamber situated, and each theca constitute two chamber. Overall 4 chamber are present in anther. Or the anther is surrounded formed by 4 wall, 4 membrane over it. Or if we draw the structure of anther, there are the structure mainly shows the 4 layer, and inside the 4 layer the microspores are present. So that's why the microsporangium, why we are called them microsporangium, because all the 4 membrane closed microspores. So if I dissect or cut the anther from transversely from the dithecous anther, what we observe? So we observe the 4 membrane. So here is the structure of anther, which constitute 4 chamber, 4 wall. First, here is second wall, third, and the last one. And inside the microspore mother cell. Now, so the outer most membrane is epithelium. Then middle layer or endothelium, middle layer is endothelium, inner layer is endothelium. Then after middle layer, or after middle layer, another the innermost layer is tapetum. Innermost layer is tapetum. Now inside the tapetum the microspores are present. Spore mother cell. microspore mother cells. So overall, these are the important point of the topic. What is stamen? Stamen consists of filament and anther. When we dissect the anther transversely, we obtain the anther is surrounded by 4 layers of wall, or anther wall is formed by 4 layers. The outermost layer is epithelium. Then after epithelium is followed by endothelium, and endothelium is followed by middle layer, or here the innermost layer is tapetum. Now within the innermost layer, they actually what they protect? They protect only microspore mother cell, because these are the myocytes which undergoes in meiosis division. So overall, the epithelium, endothelium and middle layer, all these three layers help in the protection of the microspore mother cell, and while the tapetum is nutritious layer which provide nutrition to developing microspore mother cell. They provide nutrition to developing microspore mother cell. Now, this is the microsporangium according to the topic. Here is stamen, structure of stamen, which consists of anther, or anther is dithecous. Anther, bilobe, dithecous anther. How the pollen grain develops? How the pollen grain develops? So this is the question mostly asked in board exam also. Or how many meiosis division required for the synthesis of, for example, 4 sperm, 4 pollen grain, 4 or 8 pollen grain. How many meiosis division required for the formation or production of 100 pollen grain? For this is just only example. So overall, if we talk about the different characteristic of these, so the characteristic of these shown by the structure. So as we know, the microspore mother cell undergoes meiosis division to form pollen grains. So here is bilobe structure. In the bilobe structure, there is microspore mother cell. Microspore mother cell undergoes in meiosis division. Here is meiosis division to form microspore diel structure. Microspore diel structure. Then after they undergoes again meiosis. Here is meiosis first and here is meiosis second. Here is first. Overall only one meiosis together, also known as only one meiosis, because as we know the meiosis a part of two meiosis, one and first and second. So overall there is formation of tetrad structure. Here is tetrad structure. Microspore tetrad structure, where the four cell get formed by the single meiosis division by the microspore mother cell. Microspore mother cell. Microspore mother cell Now, just after the meiosis division, the four tetrad structure will get formed, or after the formation of tetrad structure, this structure tetrad undergoes in dehydration. So here is undergoes in dehydration. Undergoes in dehydration, or after the dehydration there will be formation. All these tetrad structure, all the cells, microspores of tetrad get detached from each other, or the powdery appearance of the wall of the microspore undergoes in dehydration, and also there is formation of certain modification takes place. There is formation of sporopollenin over the wall of microspore, which is highly degradable or highly resistant for the atmosphere. So sporopollenin. Sporopollenin. Or the outer membrane or exine, also said to be exine. Here is the inner membrane is thin, which is by a simple membrane, which is known as intine. Now they have the microspore undergoes in dehydration to form pollen grain. The outer undergoes dehydration, and the outer covering is surrounded by highly degradable or highly resistant material. That material is sporopollenin, because sporopollenin protect overall the pollen grain by the adverse atmosphere or any climatic condition. They protect the pollen grain. Also intine is an inner membrane that is thin, or help in the germination of formation of pollen tube. So, or at specific reason the sporopollenin is absent, that is known as germ pore. So by which they develop pollen tube. So overall these are the some important function. Now in the single cell of microspore there is two cells, the generative cell and the vegetative cell. Here is vegetative cell. Vegetative cell is large and the generative cell is small. Generative cell undergoes in mitosis division to form two sperm, whereas vegetative cell provide nutrition to the developing pollen grain. Now again they undergoes in division, or that division involved in the formation of two celled stage, that is two celled is simply sperm, non-motile sperm. Now or here is vegetative cell. Now vegetative cell. So in some of the 40 or 30% 30 to 40% of the angiosperm, the pollen grain dehiscence occur at the 3 cell stage, whereas in some plants pollen grain dehiscence occur at 2 cell stage. Because of this characteristic, because of their habitat and their nature. So overall these are the some important point. This is the some important point related with the stamen, sporangium and pollen grain. Now let us discuss about the features or some of the other features, like pollen grain dehiscence occur with the help of the wall when because this is the there is a pore present in the wall of pollen grain. present in the wall of anther which help in the dehiscence. So these margin or fine line help in the dehiscence of the pollen grain when the pollen grain undergoes in maturation or mature. Now, how many divisions required for the formation of 100 pollen grain? So as we know, each microspore develop into the pollen grain. So how many meiosis division required for the development of 100 pollen grains? So it is obviously from one meiosis 4 pollen grain develops. So 100 pollen grain developed by 25 meiosis. That is the question. That is the question also. Now at 3 cell stage from formation of gamete by generative cell occur by meiosis, mitosis, by which division simply? So by the by the mitosis. Sorry. Present in the wall of anther which help in the dehiscence. So these margin or fine line help in the dehiscence of the pollen grain when the pollen grain undergoes in maturation or mature. Now, how many divisions required for the formation of 100 pollen grain? So as we know, each microspore develop into the pollen grain. So how many meiosis division required for the development of 100 pollen grains? So it is obviously from one meiosis 4 pollen grain develops. So 100 pollen grain developed by 25 meiosis. That is the question. That is the question also. Now at 3 cell stage from formation of gamete by generative cell occur by meiosis, mitosis, by which division simply? So by the by the development of 100 pollen grains. So it is obviously from one meiosis 4 pollen grain develops. So 100 pollen grain developed by 25 meiosis. That is the question. That is the question also. Now at 3 cell stage from formation of gamete by generative cell occur by meiosis, mitosis, by which division simply? So by the by the mitosis. Sorry. By the mitosis, simply mitosis division. So overall these are the some important questions. Now let us discuss about the structure of pollen grain. So if I discuss about the structure of pollen grain, so it is formed by exine or intime two membrane. The outermost membrane is exine, which is formed by sporopollenin, exine or sporopollenin, or this exine help in the develop the resistance for environmental condition, or due to this they develop the protection of the gamete or of the pollen grain. They increase the viability of pollen grain also. Increase viability of pollen grain. Pollen grains. So what is the function of exine? Overall, if we talk about the function of exine, the exine is formed by sporopollenin. They are highly degradable, biodegradable substance. They develop the resistivity in the pollen grain so that they can also become live in adverse condition. Now, protection due to this reason, they are protected by the hard covering, or they are they are not actually degenerated by any of the substance. Also, they increase the viability of pollen grain. That means the viability is the simply duration of pollen grain from the dehiscence up to reach on the stigma. So that duration is known as viability. So at this reason, the pollen grain must be in the alive form, so that when they are alive, only that time is possible they can develop the pollen tube for the transfer of their gametes. So that's why. Now here is the generative cell. This one is large vegetative cell, for example. Generative cell, vegetative cell. Generative cell and vegetative cell. Generative cell and vegetative cell. So vegetative cell help in nutrition. They provide nutrition to the developing sperm. Nutrition, or generative cells mainly undergoes in mitosis division to form sperm. Mitosis division to form sperm. So overall, these are the characteristics of the pollen grain, which is formed by sporopollenin. The outer membrane is exine and the inner membrane is entine. Now, exine help in the protection. They protect the germinative cell and vegetative cell to increase the viability of pollen grain. The inner membrane is entine membrane, helping formation of pollen tube, germination of pollen tube, or germination of pollen grain onto the stigma, or also they are formed by generative cell or vegetative cells. These generative cells undergoes in mitosis division. Only the mitosis, because already the meiosis division happened, and they have already the haploid cells. So again the meiosis division is not required, because again the haploid may cause the disability, may cause the half number of chromosome, 1/4 number of chromosome. This is not possible to regain that number of chromosomes. So that's why again the meiosis division not occurring, because already have done during the formation of microspores. Now generative cell undergoes in mitosis division. Vegetative only provide nutrition to the cell that undergoes in mitosis division only. So they form the two sperm. But in case of 60% of angiosperm, the formation of sperm takes place only in pollen tube, and rest of the 30 to 40%, the pollen tube, the three-celled stage occur, or the sperm formation occur during before the dehiscence. So overall, these are the some important points. I hope you like this video. Keep listening and watching me. Thank you students.